Pepperjack says, how do you feel when you see a nice car? Don't you want to drive? So actually, I did leave the Amish and I do drive vehicles now. But I'll tell you about wanting to drive as an Amish kid. Okay, so I had a little bit of experience with a golf cart. That was about the only thing that I had ever driven. And it was pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And I was working for this English family that had a farm. We were working out in the pasture and we were using the golf cart to take tools and stuff back and forth, and that's when I got to drive it. And then the day before my 16th birthday, I was working in Fredericktown with this English guy named Max Schonar. He was a retired real estate agent and a good friend of the family's. And we were in the back pasture, and he had this F-150. And we were driving back up to the house after fixing his fences back there. A tree had fallen on it or something. And he asked me, have you ever driven a car? And I said, no, just a golf cart. He said, well, do you want to learn? And I said, I don't think I could. He's like, oh, come on, it's pretty simple. And next thing I knew, he put it in park, and he hopped out, and he asked me to go hop in behind the wheel. And I tell you, as I climbed in, it felt so strange, so alien to be climbing behind the wheel of a vehicle and the English guy climbing in on the passenger side. It just didn't feel right, And I was like freaking out, and he said, okay, you don't have to press on the gas. All you have to do is let off the brake. So he said, put your foot on the brake. He explained to me what, park, reverse, neutral, drive means, He said, just put it on the D and, shift over to drive and let's go. And I did, and let my foot off the brake, and, we lurched forward and, jumped. He's like, you got to ease out of it. You can't just let go. And his wife was sitting on the back tailgate. I think she was 67 years old, somewhere in there. They were an older couple. He was retired. She almost fell off, and I felt so bad. But then I learned to, be careful and gentle. And that was my first experience driving. And I was like, wow, this is so easy. An Amish guy can do it. I had no idea it was that easy to drive. And it wasn't automatic. Stick shift would have been a lot more to explain. But, yeah. That was my first experience with driving, and after that, it made me feel a lot more comfortable about leaving the Amish. And this was, the day before my 16th birthday. And I thought it was really cool because I knew that if you were an Amish, you could start driving at 16. And, I learned how to drive the day before. Not really to drive, but how to, put a truck in gear, which was probably dangerous. Thank you. Have a good day.